So when you build a PC specifically for gaming and you have about $100–150 left over, what would you normally invest in? Like, what would you gonna make a little bit better in that build? Is it going to be the CPU, the RAM, or more rocking case? You know, maybe you'll buy a couple more games, or you know, maybe you buy like some tacos or something afterwards. No, because you're probably going to think first to what can I get my GPU up to? If you're going specifically for gaming and you have like all the acceptable components, like if you skimped on your CPU, yeah, you're probably going to go back up after that. But like in a general sense, if everything's equal in that case and nothing's going to bottleneck, and you still have some leeway, you're probably going to go for a GPU. And normally it's pretty simple. You just go, you spend that extra $100–150, and you could definitely take it a step or a step and a half up or something. But now, as we all know, just before Gamescom happened, or maybe Gamescom hasn't happened yet, I don't know. I actually don't pay attention. The Nvidia had its little conference, and it's showcased for the new RTX 20 series. Not GTX, it's RTX, because because they came out with a new software called, it's not software, it's a new like magical thing called ray tracing. And basically what it is it is meant to generate light, simulate light more realistically when it comes to games. And they showed it on and off, and it made like such a minimal difference that if you're playing a game like a quick-paced FPS and stuff, you're really not going to notice much difference. It's not something huge and magical. It's not like, oh guys, guess what we just made our parts. They're going to give you 3 times the FPS, and you can play it at 4K at 150 FPS on this 2070. No, it's nothing like that. It basically brings more realism to shadows and how light is cast and whatnot. It's ray tracing, that's what they called it. So it's nothing magical, like I said. It's like Hairworks that they did a little while back. It just, from what it seems like, it just drops your frames to make something a little bit better. But, you know, that's all great. We want improving technology. We want everything to be better. Of course, all the cards are a little bit better than last year. They used GDDR6 memory, which is faster than GDDR5 and GDDR5X and all that stuff. You know, and the ray tracing cores or whatever, it does it a whole lot faster. Blah, 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 blah. You know, all that good shit that every year we expect. What we expect from a new generation of cards. But get this. Let me just start out for reference. The GTX 970, these are the Founders Editions when they came out. These are the MSRPs. The 970 was $329. The 1070 was $379. Not a big jump. The 980 was $549. The 1080 was also $549. So there you go. Equal, you get an improvement in the technology, but you're not paying more. The 980 Ti, $649. The 1080 Ti, $699. So what we see here is a slight increase in price for the newer technology, because what it's meant to do is, I mean, if every year the technology got a little bit better, but you had to pay a little bit more because the technology was better, things would be extremely expensive. So here's where the big joke of the year comes in for this new thing. Let me show you the MSRP for the new RTX series. The RTX 2070 starts at $600. $220 more than the 1070. The 2080, $799. $240 more, sorry, than the 1080. The RTX 2080 Ti is $1,200. I can buy a Titan X. I could buy a used Titan XP for cheaper than that. For a lot cheaper. I can actually buy it for about around the price of the 2080. That's a disgusting price increase. Now at their show, they just kind of jumped around. They talked about all this different stuff in technology. Oh guys, this is what this does, and this is the history of Nvidia, and blah 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 blah. And they talked about, and they did a very short period of time where they actually showed it in action. And it wasn't anything magical. You didn't look at it and be like, wow, that is something different. It's nothing magical. It's nothing like that. They showed the videos. The shadows just looked a little bit smoother and softer around the edges, and it looked like it traced it better. Ray tracing. It did a better job at delivering the light rays to in a more realistic fashion. That's it. So, like I said, there's a general improvements every year, and it should cost a little bit more, maybe the same price, because your better technology is you're doing it more efficiently. So what if you today wanted to build the first Nvidia card ever? It'd probably be extremely cheap and easy because of how shit it was compared to today's standards. If I wanted to go on and buy an Nvidia GTX 970 or a 980, I could get the 980 for like $200, maybe less, because as time goes on, the older technology depreciates and it is worth less, while the new technology is now what's worth that full price. But this price here is absolutely disgustingly ridiculous, and if we continue on this trend and they do the same thing next year, you're going to be spending all of your money on simply just the GPU. My computer right now is worth about $1,200, $1,300. It's nothing magical. It's not some ridiculous tricked out gaming machine. It's just basic, and that was what it used to be worth. Right now, it's probably worth $1,000 if I were to build it today. But that's pretty much it. You know, it's disgusting. We gotta look at this and say, why would I pay that much money? Just buy a 1080 Ti from the previous generation. You're gonna get plenty of frames. Everything's gonna look fine in today's gen consoles at 1080p, even 1440p. You can get 60 plus FPS. I could play some games at 4K with the 1080 I have in my thing at over 60 FPS. You don't need some magical newer card that looks ugly. Personally, I think they look ugly. The older designs, I like them better. It's not like I could see the bottom of the card anyway from here, but I think that the new ones kind of look ugly with the dual fans and just a box design. It's kind of ugly. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I want you guys' thoughts on the issue. I don't want to be in like some echo chamber just telling myself this sucks ass the whole time. I want to hear your thoughts on everything. What do you think of this disgustingly huge price? What do you think of the new design? And what do you think about this ray tracing that they think is magical? Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed, and toodles!